So recently on this page, I posted a video talking about the Yugioh character no one remembers, aka Miho no Saka from Season 0. Check it out if you're interested. And if you've watched that video, first of all, you a real one. And second, you might remember how I mentioned that Miho's character would almost certainly never come back to the franchise, as since every anime since Season 0, which was animated by Toei, has either been animated by Studio Gallop or Studio Bridge in the case of the Rush animes. And while it is still 100% the case, unless Konami straight up decides to pull a Thanos and animate the show themselves, it got me thinking, what if Season 0 wasn't the only time we got to see these unique versions of the characters we know and love? What plotlines would we get to see next? What would be in store for our characters? And that's why today, we're talking, what if Season 0 got a Season 2? Or Season 1, depending on how you name things. But before we get to answering anything, guys, please, for me, like this video, subscribe to the page, and hit that noti bell. So, Season 0, one of Yu-Gi-Oh's least talked about series, which is wild when you remember that someone was literally getting brain blasted by a Tem in nearly every episode. So what if instead of just ending the series off on a pretty cute note of saving Bakura, Toei looked at the series and thought, another one. Well, and this may be a boring answer, the next arc would have just been Duelist Kingdom again. But wait, before you click off, even though there's technically a pretty straight answer as to what the next arc is, there's still a huge complication here, which is the length of Duelist Kingdom. Because you see, in Duel Monsters, Duelist Kingdom takes up the first 40 episodes of the show, and Season 0 only got 27 episodes. So unless the budget for the show got drastically increased, that would mean that Season 2 would have ended with Pegasus stealing Kaiba's soul, which I don't think would have made anyone happy. But thankfully, that's not what would have happened, because Duel Monsters has filler! Who would have guessed? Ain't that crazy, Darts?
It's Darts, the most evil and threatening villain we've ever faced.
Howdy ho, farewell my bro.
He gets it. But still, after taking out all the filler and unnecessary episodes like Kaiba getting mind crushed and Bakura being freed, as both those already happened in Season 0, as well as the episodes with duels that just never happened in the manga, like Taya vs. Mai and Yugi vs. Joey. And that drops the number of episodes down from 40 to the much more manageable 35. Alright, so clearly we still have some work to do. Thankfully, not all hope is lost, because Season 0, while infamous for being the Yu-Gi-Oh series without duel monsters, has actual episodes with duel monsters in them. Specifically, it has 5 major duels where Yugi faces off against Kaiba, a walking corpse, a witch from Macbeth, a perfectly normal old man, and Kaiba again. Okay, but seriously, why does no one ever talk about this show? And the thing that sets these duels apart, aside from Duelist Kingdom ones, aside from having even less rules, is that every duel in Season 0 only takes 1 episode to finish. Now before anyone gets upset, I'm not saying every duel in Season 1 would only take 1 episode, because that would be ludicrous. I think that's the first time I've ever used that word seriously. But we are gonna have to cut back on how much time some of the duels take. So let's see, out of the 11 duels that take more than 1 episode to finish, 8 take 2 episodes, 2 take 3 episodes, and 1 of them takes 5 episodes. So here's my solution, although if you disagree, feel free to tell me in the comments. First, we cut the first 5 of the 2-episode duels down to 1 episode, as the other 3 are significantly more important to the plot. Then, I would cut both of the 3-episode duels down to 2 episodes, as this is where the final stages of Duelist Kingdom start to unfold. But that still leaves 1 more episode to remove, which comes from none other than the last episode. You see, this is because all the episode does is draw out a pretty swift conclusion to the Duelist Kingdom arc and act as a Tem's formal introduction to Shoddy, which already happened in Season 0. So in theory, in-game theory, you can still keep Yugi vs. Pegasus at 5 episodes, although the last half of the 5th episode would have to focus on the aftermath of the duel. Hey, look at that. And since that's the duel that solidified Atem as the one true king of games, I think that's a fair price. Or at least that would be the case if he was the only king of games, which I've already proven that he is not. Watch that video if you're interested, and until next time, guys, goodbye.